Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Not Yo Avg Aunties. I am Joe.
I'm Key.
And I am Jay.
Where we are keeping it real,
Raw.
And relatable while sharing our opinions.
And experiences.
and feelings.
Yes. How y'all doing today?
Doing wonderful. I'm doing amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feeling good.
Yes.
I'm excited about this topic.
Okay. So what we talking about? You know what? I'm gonna tell you. We talking about how Black women are represented on TV and in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So have you ladies watched the documentary First on the Call Sheet?
Yes.
On the who?
First on the Call Sheet. Number one on the call sheet. Number one on the call sheet. Have you watched the
It's
documentary?
phenomenal.
No.
It's awesome.
Very good documentary. My
What's
friend
it on?
recommended it. I was on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, so you got to see it.
You got it.
Yeah.
It was. I loved it. I loved every
opened
bit of it.
Okay.
Mhm.
I actually watched it twice
Mhm.
Oh wow.
because as you learn things that you didn't learn in the
First time you watched
first
it.
time you watched it. But my son recommended it to me.
Mhm.
He does that quite often, and they're usually good recommendations. So I watched that, and it's amazing to learn
Okay.
Inequality.
the inequality
Mm-hmm.
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 of how we're represented, how we're looked at or not seen
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
in this industry of art of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that's just the film. That's what's. Well, we're talking about representation on TV and movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In the film business. So just watching that and then just thinking about, because when they talked about the Diane Carols and the Hattie McDaniels, like my mother watched Going with the Wind. That she watched that over and over and over.
I never saw it, but I know it's a classic.
It's a classic. The first African American woman to win supporting actress, and then years later, I think Whoopi was the next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when the thing that highlighted the most for me in there, outside of Halle Berry being the only Black female to win leading lady for Monster of All,
Mm-hmm.
but how we outrank in winning the Oscar for supporting over our counterparts.
Yeah.
And that to me just doesn't make any sense.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's just sad because typically Black women are looked at as the mammy, the sapphire.
They talked about
Jezebel.
They talked about
the
that.
drug dealing, or the
Junkie.
or the strong Black woman where she's too outspoken, she's too aggressive.
Very few of that. I
No.
don't see a lot of that.
I'm talking in terms of the ghetto mentality.
Okay.
How they all,
The hood.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just sad that with all these different stereotypes and with the roles that we could play,
Yeah.
they will never look at us. Let me not say the word never, but it should not have taken this long to even acknowledge the fact that we are capable of playing the roles of, give me some names of some.
We have played the roles. That's just that we have played some of these roles.
But not leading role. Is always
No, we have played leading roles. We're just not winning. With Viola Davis.
I was gonna say, but
yeah, those movies just came out. It's just getting to this.
you're talking about historically.
Historically, it should not have taken this long.
No, historically, yes. We started out with the maids. You went from the maids, I think, being the nurses, and from the nurses, it was being the girlfriend, best friend, or leading the wife of the male,
Or the prostitute.
or the prostitute,
Like even when you think about the movies in the 70s, it was the prostitute or you was run the brothel, you were head of the brothel. You know, I don't know what movie it was. I have it on my thing. I probably need to look it up. And it's not funny, but it was some movie where it was Black woman. It came across my timeline, and it was definitely in the 70s. It must have been like early 70s, so before my time. And she was head of a brothel, and she was like teaching the chicks she was trying to make that money.
Yeah.
So she was like, she said, I get fascinated with those old movies, and she was like, all right, you bitches, you get it together. You about to go out there and make me some money. And it was just like that movie. Dumb old movies be having me rolling. But she was the head of it, and she smacked the hell out of this. But she's like, you don't look at me, bitch. You better get your ass out there and work. Give me my money. So she was the pimp, but Yeah, we laughing, but that's
the roles we play.
So some of that, okay, so we had actors that needed to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm not in entertainment, none of us are, but I just would think that a lot of the white folks that were doing these things, they only saw Black women in that light. If you saw Black women in another light, you're gonna write them in, just like Tyler did, just like Spike Lee did. When Spike Lee did She's Gotta Have It, or you know, what's it? More Better Blues.
Yeah.
Or
but that's when it started. That's when it started happening for us because
even before, but somebody was. It was more of the you know.
But we didn't have the Black film, the cinematographer, the directors.
Yeah. So you need to. John Singleton. He did his thing. John Singleton, Spike Lee. And now we have Ryan Coogler writing, which he when I first was introduced to Ryan Coogler, it was Fruitvale Station, which to this day,
yes, that was
it tore at my heart.
Yeah.
It was so well done.
Yes.
But there's a lot of different directors that are writing in and now, but historically we didn't have it. So when you had those white people that are sitting down writing, Shonda Rhimes is another, you know, now we have Mara, the woman. Yep. So you've got more that are in there. Courtney Kemp and those are the lights, Issa Rae, all of them.
And I forget the other lady,
Gina Prince,
and the one who did the Central Park 5. What's her name?
Ava DuVernay. Ava DuVernay. Right. So you've got those, but it took some time for us to get there. So my thing is, when the white folks were penning it and writing these scripts, they're not looking at the Black folk thinking that that Black women are capable of doing. So that's why they wrote us in with the bullshit things. And as actors, we were trying to get that money, so we played those roles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I'll never forget it. I'm a huge fan of Robert Townsend.
Yeah.
And I used to watch shit when I was supposed to watch it as a kid. And he used to have this thing, it was like he did not, and the Keenan family, I love it too. The Wayne and Keenan, right? I said Keenan family. Because he let it. No, forgive me. No disrespect to the Wayans. I'm so sorry. He started. So I didn't mean to say the Keenan family. I meant the Wayans family. So let me clarify. Yeah. But I'm a big fan of them too because they changed the game.
Yes.
But even with Robert Townsend, like he had this thing, it was like it was almost like In Living Color, and I don't know if you guys would notice, but it was only on VHS. That's where my family, and it was like different skits. And I was like, I must have been like 9. And when I tell you, this was my introduction to Dave Chappelle. This how far back. And Dave Chappelle was a teenager, but I'm like 9 or 10, maybe between 9 and 13, 9 and 12, and we used to watch it, and I would play it back to back because them shits was funny as hell. Some of them things I shouldn't have been watching, but it was funny. But then when he said, it wasn't "I'm gonna get you sucker," it was the one where he was saying, where his mother was like, "Go get a job at the post office," but he was trying to become an actor, and he was like, "I ain't be got no." He was playing you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it was I'm gonna look it up real quick. But it was such a good thing. And to your point, playing those stereotypical Black roles, he was like, you gotta play the homie, right? He was like, I ain't be got no gun, and it's not funny. But those are the types of scripts these white folks would. He was, making fun of it, but it's the truth. You wrote us in as junkies. You wrote us in as, less than.
Yes. But we
were capable of more. I'm going to look it up right now because y'all's going to drive me crazy. Go ahead.
This documentary, which I think everyone should check it out, Whoopi talks about that. So she would go in and the roles that she got were roles that were written for white women, but they take them. So she took those roles because she said she went into something and the guy told her, you're not really what we were looking for the role. And she said, why? And he said because she's Black or because she has braids.
Hollywood Shuffle.
Okay. Oh, I remember Hollywood Shuffle. So it was either because, I think he either said because you were Black, it was written for a white woman. She said, I would have thought you said because I got braids. Like, wow, I know I'm a Black woman. So
I loved the way her and Nia Long too.
Nia Long, and even how he also talked about, because again, when they started to put them in different roles outside of the maid and the nurse roles, when she auditioned for Spike Lee's Jungle Fever?
Who, Halle?
Yeah.
Jungle Fever. I think she played the junkie. She was like, she gave her $5.
What? she wasn't on the call sheet for the junkie. She's on the call sheet for the wife.
Yeah.
She said she auditioned for that role.
She wanted to be raw.
Went out, washed up, and
I loved it. I remember
the junkie. Yeah, she got the role of the junkie
because they wasn't gonna give it to her.
They wasn't gonna give it to her.
She wanted to show
you
range.
had to make your own because you can get stuck. You get pigeonholed.
But a lot of them have that.
I know,
and that's the thing. Like when I think about, so I want to. I'm happy to see that more Black people like stuff like this, number one on the call sheets coming out, because it not only gives you, and you gotta see it, not only gives you insight into everything that you said about just the roles that we played and the different dynamics, but it also gave me, what I took away from it is just having, like, what did that mean when you're number one on the call sheet? Because I don't have any visibility into like that industry. So understanding really what it means when you're number one, like the pressure and the responsibility you have. Like, so that I was like, okay, you know, I get it. And also when you're not. So I really enjoyed both from a man, because it's two. It's 2 episodes. One is the male perspective and the other one is the female perspective, right? So I love seeing it. I thought it was so educational. I encourage you guys, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It is just, it's so good because it really educates you. And I like to hear more about those type of stories, especially those actors where when we grew up with, to understand their trials and tribulations and how they were able to persevere, because hearing their story helps the up and coming. And it also shows, like, I remember those roles that some people played, you know, like when I think back at Spike Lee. Yes. And when I think back at when I was young and I saw She's Gotta Have It, or when I saw Do the Right Thing, or a School Day was my joint. Yes. You know, and it was a little bit of a musical, like school, but a School Days when I knew I could say it line for line, you know, good and bad. I was singing it, or, you know, I loved it. Just the way he even, with the cinematography, that everything. You know, Wake Up, and then the underlying tones within it, like, and then John Singleton did the same thing with his movie. Yes, what was it? Boys in the Hood. And to show what truly happens, like Leo said, I could walk home from set. That's right, because she lived. That's right, that's right. It was just beautiful. It was, and I was thinking about even Spike Lee. It was the Radio Raheem or whatever. He said, you know, Radio Raheem was because art imitates life. Yeah, that's right. And you know, when he got choked on the street, that's right. And then we have Eric Garner. Yeah, it happens. So it's like it's crazy how you can put these things in film and then actually, and you hate to see those type of things come to fruition. You want to see the positive stuff but I still think there is a big struggle, like, to see, because when Halle won the Oscar, right, and she said this gives people hope. And at that time, she felt that. Yeah. Today, she doesn't. Yeah. No. Like, did it really mean what I thought it meant when I won the Oscar? And that's, to me, is sad and heartbreaking. Yeah. Because they showed an interview with the little girls. I'm sorry, Joe, I'm giving it all away. But no, you still got to see. You're still gonna get it. And when they said, when she won, the girls was like, we won. Yeah. Yeah. I loved it. I loved it when she won, and I remember, like, going to work the next day, and then you hearing people saying she was acting, because when she won, if you replay it back, and when you see her facial expressions, and she was visibly shaking, like, oh my God, she was shaking when she got announced. When she got announced, she was even in the nominated. So one, I never forget it, one of my coworkers, he was a white dude, he was like, she's an actress, she's acting. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But he's a white man saying, like, what is not, he doesn't see it. You know, he doesn't understand it. And here I am saying, no, I'm so happy that she won. Now, the other argument was like she had to do it on a role like Monsters Ball, which, you know, that they didn't like, I didn't love that, but she won. She won, exactly. I have a different view.
Things with Denzel Washington. After her, and I was not a lot, like, it was the same thing with him with all those previous movies that he did. For him to win the Oscar on Training Day, and he had to play the other side of it, where he was a drug dealer, a dirty cop. He was a drug dealer.
At the end of the day, they played the hell out of their roles.
Yeah, they did, but still, why does he have roles like that to even be considered?
So I don't wanna diminish like the Oscars and the Grammys and stuff like that. But at the same time, this is coming from someone who's not in that industry. So for me, when I look at it, first of all, I think it's all rigged.
It is. Yeah.
The Grammys, you can't. It's all rigged.
It is.
And Oscars. So I don't even watch the Oscars. I was like, I don't care about this. And now I don't even really watch the Grammys. Growing up, I did, but now I don't. But
don't watch it.
And I just think it's all rigged. But I understand when you work so hard, you want that award. I'm telling you guys out there, the actors like the Denzels, the Halleys, and all the up and coming. Like when I see y'all act, and when I see it, like when I could appreciate some good acting. I'm like, you did Viola Davis, like whether she's crying and the snot is coming out her nose or she's walking hard from Howard to get her. Like I'm like, yo, you
be playing out of hell all day. That is.
So to me, you won the award. But I understand that you got that.
It's like.
It's recognition.
What you put out, and you want to be recognized for your hard work. And that
Mm-hmm.
goes in any field that you're in, right? You want to be recognized for your hard work. And first of all, it was before they even got to even get into roles to be even nominated for awards. It was all the no's that they got.
And having to know, be resilient.
Yes, and keep trying,
and keep going,
find it, and being creative in ways of getting that role. Because when Whoopi said, I'm going for this role.
That's right.
And I'm going to tell them why. Because a lot of the roles that she went for was written for white women.
Bruce Willis hooked her up, though.
Patrick
Swayze. Patrick Swayze hooked her up with Ghost. But what I was going to say really quickly, not to cut you off, but the other thing, too, is understanding, to your point, all the no's.
Yes.
And the resilience they had to do, and it kept going. And that speaks volumes.
And now they're behind the cameras.
Yes, but also back then, a lot of them were in the same rooms auditioning for the same roles because they painted blacks, particularly we're talking about black women, like in the same
disposition.
So they're all going for the same thing, and it's like, come on.
For who said it? It was like they just came out there and said you
know what I'm saying, and then
covered their eyes and just pointed out to anyone in the crowd that was a black woman to come in, and they automatically got the part.
This is why. Now we didn't even talk about Angela Bassett because
listen.
What's Love got to do with it was my.
And when she told me when she talked about how she went into the theater to see the reaction, of the people, that she knows she did her job. She did her job.
Let me tell you something. Angela Bassett, the one that stands out to me the most. And maybe and I think a lot has to do with it's scientifically proven movies and movies and music. You will gravitate more towards or remember those that in your performative years, your teenage. It's something about it, something scientifically proven that you just gravitate to those types of things and it sticks with you. But what's love got to do with it? First of all, I loved it. I love the show. The cake anime. Like, I love it. But she did a phenomenal job.
Absolutely.
And when you think about the work that they put in, the time they put in to hone their craft, I love it.
Research they do. The
research.
The
research. And so what I love this part of seeing black women on the screen. I love seeing with Issa Rae. She started off with doing her YouTube series off with Black Girl, and then now look what she's doing, putting together different productions. We know Insecure, phenomenal, right? And you want to know why it was so good? Because she was able to depict not only what was going on within her generation in terms of dating and just navigating life,
right?
She was also being able to give you a little bit of that vulnerability of what women do, even in the mirror, the alter egos, like we do it.
Yep.
A lot of us do that. Be like, I know I do it. So that's why it resonated with me. Should I be doing that even still? So things like that. Courtney Kemp with Power, and that's backed by 50. So
you know what I was mad? I wasn't mad, but I was hoping to see Regina King in this documentary.
Oh, I didn't get there. So I love Regina King. I don't know when they shot. I love Regina King. I love Regina because there's not one fucking role. There's not one role you can tell me she's played that it was garbage. Everything she's touched is gold.
Yes.
Everything. everything that I've seen her name behind is good. When I found out,
gonna be.
it's on point.
Yes.
When I seen her, now I'm a big fan of the Boondocks.
What?
I
thought that was her voice.
Too. You know what I'm saying? She played both. Like, come on. Like,
I didn't watch the Boondocks, so.
Oh my God. Wow. Come on now. Oh my God.
Sorry.
it is so funny. In fact, I've been rewatching it late at night to go to sleep.
Check it out.
It be having me roll even now, and I know it's gonna come up, but I'm still rolling because I'm like, this shit still tracks. It's funny. You gotta check it out. It's so funny.
Nigga, what?
It's so funny, and it gives you so many different dynamics.
Yes, please.
You gotta watch it. It's because it's funny and you can resonate with it because a lot of the layers and the different storylines is like, yo, this is some real. This is some right. So,
but granddaddy, she is a hoe.
It's well done. It was well done.
Excellent.
So for me, seeing like those greats and seeing the up and coming, I love to see it. Now I'm gonna tell you what I don't like, or what I want to see. Though I do want to see more dark-skinned women as love interests on screen. Mm-hmm. Now I don't want to do no spoiler alerts because I know y'all didn't see Sinners.
Okay. Don't you say nothing.
Okay. But you'll be pleased.
Okay.
Right? But I think historically, most love interests are always light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because of the beauty of what the white people perceived as beautiful. I want to see to be
all the different hues and all the proposals. And that's the one thing I love about seeing, Viola Davis and a lot of
absolutely,
because we need to see more of that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The Cynthia Urbino, the stuff like that. What's the other one? I can't say her name for the life of me. She also played in I think she also played in
Pull it up on ChatGPT.
I can't remember her name. Type it.
All you gotta do is say this movie.
I can't remember the name of the movie.
Well, what did she say? Let me tell you something. That's what I was gonna tell you with ChatGPT. With ChatGPT, when I said I wanted to know the thing Hollywood Shuffle, you know what I put in there? I said, this is what I could say. You could say Robert Townsend movie where his grandmother kept telling him just to work at the post.
So yeah, come up.
So all you gotta do. You ain't gotta do. You was doing Google. I'm telling you, use the fucking AI. This is what I'm telling you. Babies out there, use the AI. It just give a little bit. It'll give you everything. Dark-skinned women as love interests, as the primary or the lead, because they bring it to the table as well. And I want to break the barriers of just what white cinema wants to see, because we want to see it too.
And not showing the dark skin as the junkie or the lesbian. Because this is the part that I wanted to talk about. What you see on TV now is like now you see more black actors, you see them, especially black female actors, but they're being portrayed as being in a relationship with another woman. It can never be a man-woman situation where it's a happily married couple. This is what I'm seeing now, and it just, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think you're going down a rabbit hole. Well, so
sorry, but a lot of
so you don't like it, but so I don't have a problem with that.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but why does it just have to be that? Why do we always have to be presented in a negative or?
Why is that negative? Well, I was gonna say, hey, be careful now.
I don't think that's negative, and I don't think that
you gotta be careful.
I know I have to be careful.
I don't think that's negative.
That's not the only roles that we should be getting. We should be in more monogamy relationships, heterosexual relationships.
So I disagree, and it's okay that we don't see
being the junkie, or even though
all
these barriers that we've still crossed, that like Halle Berry and what
here's the thing,
Viola Davis has done. We're still scraping at the bottom of the barrel trying to get roles where we should be now in a position to be considered for other roles, not just the bottom or the.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I will agree with everything. Excuse me, sans the
lesbian
relationships, because at some point you have to represent
people.
those folks, like the person that's in a relationship,
yes,
there are other people out there can see themselves
in that. Yes.
So that's, to me, is not a negative.
What I'm glad about is that they are casting people who are truly
them to
that life.
Yes. So, like, was it the thickest? The survival was the thickest. Was
Survival,
the survival,
in Harlem.
In Harlem, right?
Yes.
And both of them, I think this. No, well, in Harlem it was the woman. I can't remember her name, but she is a lesbian. But I can't remember. I love
Survival the thickest too.
She did, right? Yes.
Yeah.
And I love her.
Yes.
I think she's a phenomenal actress. Yeah, she's a phenomenal actress. So for me, I think that we need to see if listen, the world is the world, and we're different people. We're not all heterosexual. We have people that love who they love. So I'm okay with showing that. Now, where I see where it becomes less palatable is when it's men on men. See, it's easier when it's women on women. Some people seem to think that that's okay, right? But when it's men on men, they're like, oh my God. Somebody out there needs to see that representation too. It may not be for me, but it's for someone else. I'm not against all of that. Where I'm against is don't be succumbing down to the junkies and the lower level positions, but the love interests. I'm all right. Love is love. That's
yes, and I get that.
So that's, to me, that's not negative. But I love to see us explore, like I said, people could talk, but they talk about Tyler Perry, but at the end of the day, he is employing people, and we're seeing
women in leadership roles,
women in different
some of the
yes, like, so I enjoy that.
Yeah,
right.
Even when you think about it, when you look at Scandal, Olivia Pope was in a leadership role. What
Kerry Washington was, yeah,
another great actress. So I love to see them.
She was in for Spike Lee's one of them calls. It wasn't She's Gotta Have It. Was that
some 6.
Yeah. 6. It was
no.
It was.
Oh God!
I'm gonna go to ChatGPT.
It is 6.
Yes. Girl 6.
The 6. There you go.
I think I've seen that one. I missed that one.
Listen.
So wife that the woman that played Martin Lawrence's wife in Bad Boys. She was one of the ladies, the girl 6.
Okay.
She used to throw on different wigs and
yeah.
And that's not even my favorite movie of Spike Lee's, but I know Kerry, that was her debut.
Okay.
So for me, that was her debut.
I seen her in the movie with the dancing movie with the
yes, that was one of my favorite movies too.
Yeah.
So another, like, when I go down, because for a while it was only Spike Lee. So She's Gotta Have It. When I think about it, that was in 1986. I was fucking 11. Okay. Then School Days, 1988. So now I'm what? 13. The bitch I can't count. 13, right? So that's probably, and again, it sticks with you. Because I used to run that joint back a million. I loved it. Do the Right Thing. Mo Better Blues was my joy.
I love Mo Better Blues.
That was my introduction to, well, not my introduction to Denzel. It wasn't, but I was like, who's this man? And I'm look at me, 1990. I was too young. But I was like, but you know what I could appreciate? Yes. I was like, okay, he's a good looking dude, but I just, I'm into music. So I was like, then I learned it was Wynton Marsalis. Like, he was the one that was the background. So I loved the soundtrack to the album. So Jungle Fever, dope. Malcolm X,
of course.
Loved it.
Yes.
Loved
he
it.
talked about how he got chosen for that, to do that movie.
Yeah, he talked about it in the thing. Yeah. And Malcolm X, to me, by far, out of all of it, I'm trying to think about now that we got Clockers, Crooklyn.
I didn't know he did Inside Man. Though.
I didn't know that shit either.
Oh. You see that?
Inside Man, he did. That was good too. I didn't know Spike Lee did that. That was dope. This was around the time when I'm raising kids. I ain't paying attention. See, back then, all them 80s and 90s, I was on my own, so I could hone in. But now I done had kids and stuff. I didn't know. I didn't know that Black Klansman he did, and then the five Bloods. I need to see that. I never saw that, so I need to see that. But
well, we're sitting here talking about the Black directors. You have a lot of Black women now that are behind the scenes.
Yes.
But so that's the point I was trying to bring up before, like when they talked about the women playing roles, and it was them coming in as supporting actors for the Black male actors.
Yes.
So that's when they started becoming for that. So now, to your point, we do have a lot of women behind the camera directing and stuff. People like I didn't even think that they was even directing and stuff. I didn't know Megan Good was directing.
Yeah.
I learned that on the thing. I didn't even know Gabrielle Union was directing. I learned that on the thing. So
Yep.
to
I
have
love it.
behind the camera and directing and telling our stories in our ways is great. But there's still a challenge out there because a lot of our shows are still getting canceled.
Yeah.
We got to show up. So when I think of Mara, Brock, Akil, right? So, and I share these names so y'all out there could, like, she did Girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
She did my favorite sitcom.
And you know what?
Over and over and over again.
And so my eldest daughter watches it. I'm gonna be the first one.
I could watch it over and over and over again.
Don't beat me over the head. I probably never saw not one episode.
I could watch it over and over again.
Mine was
I was so mad because they wouldn't put it into what do you call that, syndication for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start watching. I've never watched it. And again, hey, don't be over there. From 2000 to 2008, I'm raising kids and trying to climb the corporate ladder, baby. I ain't got time. I couldn't tell you what the hell I was watching, okay? But I know Girlfriends. I will watch it. The Game. She did The Game. Being Mary Jane. That's when the kids are older. So well, that was my shit.
yeah.
That was well done.
Another powerful.
Done.
Yeah.
And then she did something called Love Is.
Okay.
And Black Lightning.
I think I see.
Yes.
Love Is. Let me see. That was actually good. Love Is. Yes, it was
a romantic drama loosely based on the horror. That was really good. So now I gotta watch it. Right, I gotta check that out. So we have, and then Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on. What's her last name? Smith. Thank you. Tasha Smith.
She is so inspiring her. She is so inspiring back to her. She's a girl's girl.
Yeah.
I love what she said about the whole thing with the Jess and Warren saying, yes, she's a girl's girl.
Let me tell you, I love her because she's raw. She keeps it a buck. She ain't really, and you know I love that. I'm drawn to the authenticity. I'm drawn to people that don't meet pussyfoot in the restaurant.
And why did I get married? She's too far removed from
that's what
person.
When she said, not even that part was good, but the part that got me, boom.
Yes, yeah.
When she did that, I said, I'm done. Because that's some shit I would have said. That's, you know what I'm saying? Oh, really, Mark? You didn't get it? Boom. That's me. So I was just like, yo, I love her. And she opened up a school where she teaches people that.
Yes.
Love her.
So I love it. She does her directing. Like, she's in her bag.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, when I see stuff like that just, it makes me smile. Yeah. I feel good about it. Issa Rae, I love her too.
Yes. And I know we still are vastly underrepresented.
Vastly.
Mm-hmm. And we still have a ways to go. But to see what is happening, I'm here for it. I love it because think about from where we came to where we are now. Still more work to do, but I love the evolution, and I love to see that we are behind the screens telling our stories or making our stories. We're making a mark somewhere. They can't, and just the creativity of how we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's just smart.
You know who else I really am enjoying, and not because she's a Sagittarius? Tiana Taylor. Now, she started out in music.
Like T?
Mm-hmm.
But her acting skills, I'm digging. First of all, I love her as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Her choreographer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. Already banging too.
Well, that goes, right? I love everything. But I think a lot of that's hereditary because her mama got a banging body too. Okay. Her mama dressed. So that's, it's in the genes, right? And her mama looked great.
Mm-hmm.
But Tiana Taylor, I love, because I'm an analytical master. I got a problem. I'm watching. And but I watch it in a sense of, oh, that's a flaw. I watch it like, please, I want you to excel.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw she did a movie when she was portraying like she a single mom with a kid.
Yes.
I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was great.
Yep.
Now she's in a new movie coming up with
yeah, I want to see that.
The old boy.
Is it with not Marlon Wayans?
No, it's the dude with the Titanic. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
This is I like him too. I don't remember that one. I forget what it's called. Now I'm gonna look it up on ChatGPT. But It's not out yet. You know, she gave up on. I don't even know if she I loved her music, and I love her.
She can sing.
She can sing. She can dance her ass off. And this acting thing, and seeing her, she's doing her. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
We saying Leonardo,
and I think what you find with a lot of this talent, sometimes they are multifaceted. They don't have just
don't
one
put
type
them in
of
a
talent.
box. Yeah, they're coming out with a movie. I didn't put
because I was like even when Nia Long was talking about Love Jones, which is one of my favorite movies, and she was saying how people they wasn't understanding it because it's two young Black people in love on film, on screen, and they don't want to see that.
Why not? What's the problem? And I'm glad we're showing more of it. So when you think back,
that's why I was saying what I was saying, because it just makes no sense to me why that can't be portrayed.
Well, it is,
but not in the.
When you talk about like more homosexual relations versus heterosexual, it almost the way you phrase it up, it makes it seem like it's more like you don't want to. It's negative, but no, it's not.
No, it's
right. So because there are people that it will resonate with them,
but that's not all we represent.
No, it's not. I get it.
Oh, that's being.
But there's more. Like so, let's take it back. Let's take it back to the 80s when we wanted to like. Let me ask you a question. The first show where you saw a mother and father or a Black family.
Cosby Show.
The Cosbys.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And even then, back in the 80s, I remember, and I was still very young, but I remember hearing a lot of flack for that. Like, they were like, that's not realistic.
Yeah.
There's not.
Why is it not? It's a doctor and a lawyer.
But
yeah.
Because
why couldn't it be real, I should say?
Because in the grand scheme of things, because there were Black people.
They wanted us to be the.
No, it's not that. Well, no, yes, but it's not just. It was some Black people who were saying it's not realistic. A lot of Black people were saying it's not realistic because that's not what they saw.
But and they're with us and what they lived.
But there's a group of Black people even back then. I've been reading this book called it's called One of Our Kind or Not Our Kind. I can't even think of it right now. Probably because I'm drinking too much of this. But Our Kind of People. It's called Our Kind of People. And what it talks about the Black elite.
Wasn't that a show too?
It is a show.
Yeah.
I didn't see the show. I didn't watch the show.
I
didn't watch the show. I just read the book. I'm reading the book now.
Okay, I should read the book too.
And
I've watched the show.
I'm fine. I'm enjoying the book, and it talks a lot about, like I said, the Jack and Jill, the different elitists, Hamptons, yes. Being in Martha's Vineyard, it was all of it.
Yeah, okay.
All of it. Okay. Because what people fail to realize and what we need, and the reason why I'm bringing it up here is because it exists. Like, there are a group of Black, like, we don't all come from the gutter. Like, some of us do have, and going back to the 1900s, where we were making some money in that, there's a lot of us that come from what they call good stock. I don't like that term, but what they're saying is, like, they're educated. They made money. They made their millions. They were driving good cars. They go to the Hamptons. They go to this and the, that existed. So to have a doctor and a lawyer as a family, yes, it happened more than what you thought. But because it's not portrayed on TV and because we didn't have social media back then to show, these types of families existed. So you did have a lot of Black people that like, that shit ain't realistic. It is. Yeah. It does happen. And we need to show more of that so people could not just live in there and bubble to think that, oh, it's just what's in my circle. Right. It's just the powers.
Yes.
Right? Because I could get with the intellectual shit and I could get with the power shit because I see both. I play in both circles.
Yeah. We can. It resonates with us because we've seen
both
sides.
So
experience exposure to both sides.
Yeah.
So some people, they just don't. So they don't believe it's real because they can't come outside of their little bubble. So
same people that may be a Black elitist that will look down at Courtney Kemp and Power and 50 Cent, but like, that's bullshit. Why you keep portraying us in that way? Because that piece does exist. Yes. First of all, it's showing a story that from folks in Queens, even though the way to be talking my mother,
It's not just in Queens, New York, period, talk like that.
Queens be my mother. No, but
different boroughs have different people. Different boroughs have
different boroughs have different. Yes, for sure. Forget about it, But if you're a sign in Brooklyn, but the thing is, It exists.
Yeah.
So I think here's a catch. We all got a story.
Yeah.
Imagine if someone was to do a movie about you, your life. We all have a freaking story. And I'm sure if someone did a movie about you, me, you, whoever, it's going to resonate with somebody else out there that's like, yo, I get that. Absolutely. And then equally, there's going to be somebody like, well, why they do that? Why they made those decisions? But, you're going to get criticism and you're going to get your support. So I just want to see, like I said, I want to see more of our stories out there. I don't want to see, like, listen, we got the reality TV piece. we're not even talking about that piece. I'm talking about, like, I want to see more the up-and-coming Angela Bassett's, up-and-coming Viola Davis's, the up-and-coming Kerry Washington's,
Regina King.
Regina King. I want to see more of that happening. Gosh, when I think back, even with the black actors, right? The Denzels, like his son, I think he's a phenomenal actor.
What?
I think he's awesome.
Yes.
Keke
Palmer.
Yes. Whenever she does her rendition of Angela Bassett, she be killing.
And they resemble each other. So they almost like she had a child.
She had that shit to a T.
Yes. Yeah.
When I tell you, she does it to it. But Keke Palmer, the actress, she is
excellent,
right? So I love to see it. Like, we got a big.
She was a little.
Yes. Yeah. And we just gotta big up these folks to, like. I want to see more of it
up there support, and even the films that films and shows that Tyler create for these actors who are probably not A-list actors like the Viola Davises and stuff like that, they still matter too. They're still out there honing their craft. They're still out there. And some of the shows are actually, like, what was it? The Jazz Man. One of my favorite Tyler.
Did a good job with that one.
Very good job with that. I watch most of his stuff. I won't say that I watch all of it, but I do watch most of the things.
I think
Duplicity was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think unpredictable, but it was good.
Yeah. But and the thing is, that's why I would continue to support even the stuff that the up and coming actors,
the underdog.
I'm always gonna support the underdog because they you got to do that, so that they can know that it's okay for they're gonna get the support and they keep going.
Yes.
You just keep going. Now 50.
Something's gonna break. Something's gonna happen.
I got some fun facts.
Okay, I'm gonna say this and go for your fun fact. So 50, like Tyler has his compound in Atlanta. 50 is doing his in Shreveport, Louisiana, right? So he's opening up a studio there. I'm interested to see the type of stuff that he's gonna do.
Yeah.
I think Cat Williams, he opens up something too.
Yeah.
So I love to see it because this is enabling jobs for others, and I'm so interested to see what's going to be born of all of those. This is going to be phenomenal.
I want to see someone do that too. I think Oprah's the only one who has a big studio. Does she have a big studio like how Tyler is? Or no? She has a network. She has her own network. But I would love to see some women. I'm happy for our men, but I want to see some women do some of that too.
It'll happen, I'm sure. It takes time, or even if it doesn't, I'm sure in the future it probably will. But even if because it takes a considerable amount of money, but even if it doesn't, the collaboration,
I love that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like Tasha works with Tyler.
Nah,
she works with a number of different people, right? So I want to see more of that. And I just want to see more up and coming writers of us. Like you can always, in my opinion, you could always tell when someone's black and writing because I listen to the script and I want to see how relatable it is. When you start, that's when I'm like, oh, they got a black writer on that team.
That's important. You need to have black writers. Telling our stories. You need to have that. They're talking about this also when you're not having our people come in to do our makeup, to do our hair, all those things.
Oh yeah,
like you got to advocate for that. I think I was listening to something that Eva not long ago, the model
Eva Marcel,
where she was saying how she bringing her own black people if she have to.
Yeah,
her hair done. Anybody can't touch her hair. And Nia Long was saying how she does her own touch up for her own makeup. They get mad at her for that because I know
she's like, I know what I look like. Because otherwise, especially back then. So before you do your fun, especially back then, the makeup
the hair.
Well, with the makeup, the foundation was ashy. Like there was no
Nothing.
range.
Yeah, because they didn't have that out there for us to begin with. Like, so
They
didn't have makeup.
And even y'all the foundations that y'all like MAC, I'ma say the name, because back in the day, in the early 90s,
It wasn't.
the only thing working for MAC was the lip gloss and the lip liner, honey, because the foundation would make black women, especially if you had a certain hue, you look ashy in a certain light. It wasn't giving. A lot of us had to, those that were the makeup girlies, I was one.
Mhm.
I still am one. I love playing the makeup. I've always loved it, right? But you had to mix like 2 and 3 different foundations just to get your tone. So it didn't exist.
Yeah.
So you had to do your own thing. Else you're gonna show up looking crazy.
I watched this other documentary,
You know?
talk about at some point, and the makeup on the screen, it was like, oh man, these people they didn't have what they needed to make up their faces. So it's great.
Fun fact, baby. Fun fact.
You sound like Dora the Explorer.
I can't. So we already talked about Hattie McDaniel, who won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress.
Yes.
But we didn't know, well, I didn't know that she had to, because of the racial segregation, that she had to sit in another room at a different table while the award ceremony was going on.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't allowed in the...
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Child.
And the second one is, in 2023, black women made up less than 2% of the directors in Hollywood.
No,
But their movies often outperformed at the box office with the critics.
Huh.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
In 2023, black women made up less than 2% of the directors in Hollywood, but their movies outperformed at the box office.
And what year is this?
2023.
And were they you talking about the actors themselves?
Black women in general.
Got it.
So even though they're getting better roles,
Yeah.
they're more behind the scenes. And a lot of their stuff, even though,
Like Regina King, I know she's directed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There was one, what's it called? What was it called?
American Me? That's a TV show.
It was a TV show. Regina King, hold on. She directed, this is the problem, guys, it's not because I don't think it's great. My memory just be shot. Directed.
Why are you looking that up? I didn't even know that Nina DaCosta, she directed Candyman. I didn't know a black woman directed that movie.
The original?
The 2021 Candyman.
Okay, the remake. Okay.
The remake. And she was the first black woman to have the #1 film at the box office. Then you have Gina Prince, who did the Woman King in Love and Basketball.
Okay.
And then Ava, who did Selma and
American Crime.
That was They See Us.
Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad when it got canceled. And I said,
phenomenal.
Canceled because it was talent.
It was so real.
It was so real.
I loved
And
that
I loved
show.
how she, so in season 1, I was this role. I played this character in season 1. When I came back in season 2, I was a different character.
Yes.
Loved it.
It was good. Watchmen. That was another one she was in.
Oh my God. And
HBO
series continues that.
Oh, it was so good. So, like I said, with Regina King, there's nothing that she's ever touched that I was like, oh, that's what. Not a damn thing. Not one thing, not nothing. 7 Seconds was amazing. Like, there's nothing she's always done phenomenal. Like, I've never, in anything she puts out, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to support
And
it.
that Western movie she just did recently. What is the name of that movie that she just did? I know about 2 years ago.
Her and Jay-Z was.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it because I don't remember names of.
Idris Elba was in the movie with her.
But the one thing I will say that I'm glad to hear when in watching the documentary where they now have the opportunity to choose the role and not have to take a role.
Yeah.
So
they work for it.
Yeah. So a lot of times if they're actors and actresses and they're trying to put food on the table, they took roles to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have choices, which is amazing.
Which is not a lot of choices, but yes, they have choices.
They have choices, but I think the more of us that are behind the scenes and calling the shots, we can enable more folks. And then the other piece is we just got to make sure we work on the equity of the pay.
And as a consumer,
to make sure that the black women are getting paid accordingly, because that still is not 100%.
Haji, yes, another.
Absolutely. Not that she talks about that.
I like to Haji too.
As a consumer, we need to be a little bit more supportive of our people.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, I think we can be so critical about. We can be so critical without understanding what it takes. And this is what I mean. Like, even with social media, it just takes one headline. And unfortunately, folks they'll read a headline and make an assumption. No one does the due diligence. We're a lot of us are lazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, with a case in point, we'll use Taraji when she was calling out the inequities of the pay within Hollywood. Right? It was whatever headline that's Shade Room, whoever wanted to put up whatever, right? And you look in the comments, oh, but she took it. Oh, but she this. Oh, but you got 15 or 1.5 million. You couldn't do, not understand. She broke it down. I got to pay. Like they don't, this is the problem. You get the commoners. And I'm going to say that because when you make stupid remarks like 1.5 million, you couldn't do, to me, that you're being uneducated. You're not thinking broadly. Like, okay, so your job, you get paid. They already took out the taxes. Now, what she's describing, I'm going to give you an analogy. She gets paid X, but her taxes, and not even taxes, the things that she has to extract, the agent, the this, the that, the hair, the glam, the that, then she's left with, then she got to pay taxes.
Right.
On that big number.
Yeah.
And then she gets this. But you get the folks that see that one, if I had it, and it's like, pipe down. Because you only hear one piece, and you're not. I wish people would be more open to listening with understanding, and be like, "Oh, I get it now," as opposed to just making a quick remark and not really fully understanding what's happening. Right. But I'm so happy to see that we have more of us out there doing the do when it comes to Hollywood and TV and movies, and I'm so interested to see what the future holds for us. I'm for your upcoming directors, your upcoming actors. Don't let that try not to be afraid. Don't let what society calls you and makes you to do one thing, or you trim yourself down. Like, come out there full-fledged, because we want to hear your stories. We want to hear what you're going to bring to the table, whether it's a director, whether you behind the scenes. Hell, even if you're in production and doing the lights, the more we have of us out there that can shoot, I love it. Like, connections. You don't always have to be the person that's the main screen. You could be behind the scenes doing the production, the editing, or whatever. Love it. All that matters. And I love it. I love to see it. So I'm interested to see what y'all got for us.
So one thing I did read that supposedly for the Oscars, the people who make the votes are required to now watch the movies or the shows or whatever.
Is now required? What's it now? How they do?
I just recently read on that, and I can't remember where I read it. I gotta look it up again. But now they're required to. They should have always had it.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
But even with that being said, please look it up. I still don't know, and I'm still afraid that it still may not make a difference in how the votes happen. But hopefully they will. So, anyways, as we close out, ladies, what are we doing? We're having some real talk, some real laughs, and some real auntie energy.
Yeah.